Hey, it's Freddy the Hook. It's October 18th, 2022. My Ferguson TO-30 has been sitting in the garage since about April. I really only use it for snow plowing. The occasional, fun ride, but that's it. Time to start her up and make sure she's good for the winter. It's kind of dark, you probably can't see it, but a few years ago I converted it from a 6-volt positive ground to a 12-volt system with a 1-wire alternator. Had to change the battery, the alternator. Also had to install this resistor which goes to the points and coil. I guess they were 6 volts. When I bought it from a place in Rhode Island, some historic tractor place, I asked about the starter. They said, don't worry about the starter. Again, you can't see it because it's dark in here, but there's a fuel shut-off valve that I always shut off. I put it away. Open it up. Hopefully the carburetor is not all fouled with evaporated gas. The rear tires have not only chains, the tires themselves are filled with some sort of calcium solution. It's actually up to about here. You can notice in the winter when the temperature changes and you get a frost line on the tires. I took the chains off once in the snow and they just spun. You gotta have the chains. I recall a few weeks ago checking the battery and it was good. We'll see in a minute. The points can get worn and need to be filed down. I haven't timed it in quite a few years. You have to go underneath and take that plate off and rotate it to top dead center on the number 1 piston. Take the plugs out so you can rotate it by hand. I may try that this year. Again, you can't see it, but right here there's a fuel filter. I should get a flashlight. Let me get a flashlight. And there's the 12-volt alternator, canister style, oil filter. There's the shut-off valve for the gas. After opening the fuel shut-off valve, you have to wait a couple minutes to make sure gas drains down in there. There's an fuel water separator right here. Looks okay. Got your starter button, choke. Problem with taking video of this is that it takes 2 hands to start it, one for the choke and one for the starter button. I always leave the hood open in the summer when it's parked like this because I've had instances in which you can see mice have been in there. Rats, mice. The radiator leaks a little bit, but since I use it only in winter, it's not an issue. Also put that block heater on there. But since global warming's really kicked in, it never really gets 20 below. I don't really need it much, especially with the 12-volt system. Spins that starter around just nice. Make sure it's in neutral. Throttle, give it a little bit of throttle, work it about right there is good. Now I'm going to put the phone down on my lap while I start it. So it's been 6 months, about, let's say April, now October. As you can see, it's started right up. And by the way, ready to hook live from Averill Park. See you soon.